Well, hello there, humans, bees, earthlings, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, if you're lucky enough indeed to be doing it. So I'm Bushka on Blitz. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, well, you picked a hell of a day to be the first time here. This is two videos. One of them is the T62A, the other is the Object 140. Now, the 62A video that you're watching here with ChilledLava is a very, very good video. It's an exceptional game. And you can see he's using the tank in an absolutely brilliant position. He's going backwards and forwards, hull down in a very, very low profile Russian medium. And he's going to do an awful lot of damage. And I'm using this game as a point of reference so you can absolutely tell how over the top, insane, ridiculous the second game that I'm going to show you is. And in fact, it is the highest damage game I've ever featured on channel. It is the highest legitimate damage game I've ever actually laid eyes upon. There are records of games out there with people doing 100% of the damage on their team in tier 10. And there's the famous STB game where someone gets 7 kills and 10 or 11k damage, and it's a lie basically because everyone went AFK when the server crashed apart from one guy in an STB who didn't. This game though is just flat out ridiculous, which is crazy considering that this is a 6,000 damage game from ChilledLava, and that I put up an 8,200 damage game in 183 just a little bit earlier this month. And in fact, I've had an 8,450 damage game in my T110E3 back in the day, and I've had an 8,500 damage game on channel before from Unush Dankha, who picked up the top damage game in the tier 10 shoulder or wonking damage comp I held. Yeah, this beats all of those. And you're going to get, your mind is going to be blown by the game that I'm going to feature here in an Object 140. An Object 140. Get ready to get wrecked. This game is brilliant. You can see ChilledLava is going all over the map, absolutely making sure that everything is tickety-boo. His angles are superb. He has flanked and pushed and been aggressive in a tiny pocket of the world, and is going to get another clear here. 4 kills. There's 2 tanks to go. Him in an E100. There's a 215B who's going to try and flank around the back of that E100. And our man here decides to clear the T110 E5, who's pushing up so that they can actually then go to 2 guns on 1. Excellent tactical decision. Then it's 2 on 1. The E100 has to be cleared by the 215B. And that's all well and good because he's got free shots on this bloke for days. And now he's going to side hug him because he's a champion. He is going to dominate, kill, speed, violence, momentum, all those kind of things, aka Dr. Disrespect. It's all going to get done. And that's a hell of a game. 6 kills in a Russian medium on this map. Absolutely exploiting to the zenith the low profile of the tank. You can see him side hugging, moving backwards and forwards there, making sure that every single shot this poor old 215B takes is a tough shot. And despite the fact that the 215B is a lot tougher than it looks, he still can't get the angles right there, and he's going to have a lot of luck to come second here. Come first there. So let's have a look at those numbers. Big monster carry, mastery badge, top gun, high caliber, the Pools medal, 6,100 damage, 26 shots connected in a row. Brilliant stuff. Monster carry, 1,700 XP. Monster carry. What if I was to tell you that that was an amazing game that doesn't come close to describing the ridiculousness of this next outburst from another tier 10 Russian med? Now, this may well not be the best game you'll ever see played. It's a very, very well played game for all that. But if you have come to define Blitz in terms of damage, then this is as big a damage game as I've ever seen in the modern era. There was a few famed games way back in the day when no one really had a clue as to what was going on. I remember Matt Dodd doing 10k or something stupid in a Jaegeroo. There's the STB game, as I might have already mentioned, that where everyone went AFK and an STB farmed up everyone and got the big damage. But on channel, this is 100% the largest damage game I've ever seen or ever presented. So Take it away, my little amigo, RUHILL. RUHILL, or as he's otherwise known, good God, that bloke with the enormous shoulders. No, I can't, this is a cliffhanger, absolute cliffhanger for all kinds of reasons. We're running the Object 140. He's running 20 rounds of AP, 20 rounds of heat, and 10 rounds of HE. And I will let you in on a little secret. You can see there's a Jaegeru over there in the spawn of the red team. There is a missing 183 and a missing E100. They are all camping spawn. And RUHILL has been smart enough to realise this, and that's why he's not giving the enemy team free shots by rolling out sideways in front of 3 big guns. And the rest of his team gets a little bit aggressive here, and they really get nailed from the guys at the back. You can see big chunks of health will disappear from those 2 guys there in no short order. Now, one of the things I really love about this game is the damage never really stops ticking up. He's already at nearly 2k, and the game is a little under 2 minutes old, and yet he has not exposed himself whatsoever. He's gone and been very, very pedantic about not letting the guys in spawn get free shots at him. So he clocks out over the 2k mark as we hit minute 3, the start of the 3rd minute in the game, and he's heading fast towards 3,000. Now, I mentioned the ammo loadout, 20 AP, 20 heat, 10 HE. That's important because even though he is hitting a lot of shots here on an IS-7 with AP rounds, which is great RNG and very, very good ammo conservation, he's still already down to 6 AP rounds, and he's got 3,000 damage on the table. He has a potential another 1,860 damage on average to come from AP. He may well hit something close to that, but ammo is going to become an issue. And it's not often in games that you start worrying about not having enough ammunition, especially when you have 50 rounds available to you in the Object 140. But that's okay. He's up to 4k, and he's got 3 rounds of AP left. This is a lot of damage we're talking about here, guys. We're not even close to done. He has cleared 4 tanks. There is 2 big boys left over here, and there are 3 very, very big bopping guns over there. Now, the 183 is going to fire. So when he fires, the 183 misses. He's got about roughly nearly 20 seconds to get these in, give or take, plus or minus, depending on what he's running. And so he uses that absolutely gorgeously here, gets all the shots in he can safely, and then the last one, which is going to be the tricky one here, he just decides to make a trade, and that's the first time he's taken a significant hit in the game. And yet, he's going to drive straight past this E100, who decides, well, it's all over here bar the shouting. I'm just going to clear this bloke who's very low on hit points over there, while RUHILL kicks on up to 5,630 damage. He's only there for a second before he's up to just under 6,000 damage. And he's now deep, deep into the heat reserve. 20 rounds of heat, and he has to clear an E100 and a Jaegeru. Now, the Jaegeru just killed the Batchat on his team as he clicks off towards 7,000 damage, but wasn't spotted when he did that, which means that Jaegeru is still all the way back towards spawn, which means RUHILL has a long time here alone with this E100, side-hugging, CODing, playing really solid, hey. He gave the big TDs at the back absolutely no shots. He has by the book counted through the reload of the 183, and he has COD'd the pants off the E100 and finishes him and clicks over to just shy of 8,000 damage as the Jaegeru pops over the top. Now here's your problem, boys and girls. If you can do maths, that is 1,611 hit points on the Jaegeru to get through. RUHILL has 7 rounds of heat. Each round has an average alpha of 260 damage. That means he has approximately 1,700 and, what is it? 7 sixes, 42. So 420 on top of 7 twos, 1,400, 1,820. 1,820 is his maximum average alpha rollout. He can afford to miss 1 shot of heat and roll average alphas for everything else. No, he can't afford to miss any. I lie, he can't afford to miss any. If he misses just 1 shot, then he cannot finish this Jaegeru. This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. And unfortunately for him, he understands how tense it is. But there you go. He's missed that first shot. Now, he gets the next and does a very, very good job with his ammo conservation. But he still has only 5 rounds of heat left. And then he's into the HE. And he's only got a minute to clear this Jaegeru. And I think it's unfair to actually say anything negative here about this drive. Ammo loadouts like that are never really tested. You never expect to be in a situation where 40 rounds of AP and heat is just not going to be enough. But as our protagonist clicks up to just under 9,000 damage and does an amazing job, mind you, and he needs to roll massively high here to get this kill, and it misses. And he's down to HE, and that's it. He's at 9,228 damage. 9,256. 16 seconds left on the clock, and he just can't do it. He's got a 105mm gun. He just doesn't have the shells to get the tier 10 RAS and 9,500 damage game, and he's got to settle for a draw. Amazing, spectacular, incredible. 9,256 damage. And because he fired 20 heat and didn't get the win, he had to also cop a 24,000 credit loss to go with his very, very, very salty draw. 1,993 base XP. Wow. Wow. That was incredible. Hats off RUHILL. Round of applause, everyone. Just put down the keyboard and clap him off. He's played a great game. Well done. And I bet that Jaegeru was wondering what was going on at the end there when the the Object 140 started firing HE. Because, I mean, when was the last time you fired 40 rounds in a 140 and started eating into the heat? I've had this conversation so many times with people where they've said, I can't believe you have 15 rounds of HE in your comment. And I'm like, well, what else am I going to use them for? I'm never going to fire 60 rounds of AP, like as if that's ever going to happen. And I've had that same conversation where I load out like 10 rounds of HE in case you run into grills or waffle tractors. And you're like, when would I ever use, 40 rounds? Well, when you do 9,000 damage, that's when. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I certainly did. I'm Bushka on Blitz. If you see RUHILL out there, let him know from me that I think he's a towering inferno of justice and innuendo and can certainly throw hands with the best of them. Until next time, boys and girls, look after yourselves and stay safe on the battlefield.